As I was going through the Old Testament, I noticed many reoccurring themes with Israel that we can see still remain prevalent in modern times. I want to highlight one that kept coming up, and by the time I got to the book of Numbers, I felt led to cover this as a topic. One of the biggest conflations made today by false prophets and confused Christians is that a man is condemned for his sins. This couldn't be farther from the truth, literally. A man is only condemned for one thing, his unbelief, and this was present even with Israel in the wilderness. In Numbers 14:11, God is speaking directly with Moses, and honestly, the level of relationship in that conversation was such a remarkable thing. But anyway, let's see what God was saying to Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, How long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me, for all the signs which I have shewed among them? So, the summary is as follows. God brought Israel out of Egypt through many miracles, then split the Red Sea, gave them manna in the wilderness, rained quails from the sky, made water run from a rock, and so much more. And guess what? They still didn't believe him. They complained and complained, and even when the 12 were sent to spy out the promised land, when reports of giants came back to them, they murmured amongst one another that God brought them out of Egypt to die. You see, the problem wasn't with their sins, it was their unbelief and lack of faith that was the issue. The unbelief of Israel resulted in them wandering the wilderness for 40 years. God told Moses that the entire generation of unbelievers' carcasses would rot in the wilderness and not inherit the promised land. Sound familiar? What prevents a man from entering heaven today? Is it his sins? No, it's his unbelief. Just like Israel, their unbelief prevented them from entering the promised land. According to the Word of God, John 3 verse 18, He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. So, did God change his standard? Nope, same qualifications. Faith is all God is looking for in people, and it always has been. From the time of Abraham, for Israel, and for the whole world after Christ rose. For what saith the Scriptures? Abraham believed God, and it was counted unto him for righteousness. The Word of God is full of parallels if you pay close attention. Just sharing some food for thought. May God bless all those with ears to hear and eyes to see.